So some more methods of what you do in each stage of these analytics, from descriptive to diagnostic to predictive to prescriptive. I'll just share some common methodologies and finance use cases that will give you some more relatability, or you may be able to relate this better from your current role, which you are working right now. So if you're doing some sort of aggregation, data massaging, data mining, if you're using any statistical method, say mean, median, mode, or if you're doing some sort of a data analysis on historical data, maybe you're creating a visualization, the chart that we created, or a dashboard, or a summary report. In that case, you are doing descriptive analytics. And some examples that we already saw: monthly and quarterly financial statements, sales reports by product, region, time, period. Okay, so these are some common applications of descriptive analytics in finance. What do you do when you do diagnostic analytics? Okay, so you're drilling down and drilling up. You're doing some slicing and dicing of data. You're doing some correlation analysis, right? In that case, we analyze that sales was directly correlated to the website traffic. So that is the correlation analysis that we did. We drill down from the sales to the conversion rates to the average order value to the website traffic. Okay, so that is what we did from top level. We drill down to a bottom level. Root cause analytics. We try to understand why the website traffic is low. Okay, and we found out that the marketing spend was not good enough in that particular month, or the marketing effort was not. So this is what you do in a root cause analysis. Okay, hypothesis testing. Whereas in case of your finance application, it is you are doing variance analysis to understand actual versus budget. Okay, you're trying to correlate between the marketing spend and the revenue growth. You're trying to analyze cost drivers behind some cost increase that has happened. So what is driving that cost increase? Okay, so these are some use cases or applications that you use in FP&A at a diagnostic level. Predictive analytics will be slightly more advanced in terms of you're using driver-based forecasting, or you're using regression analysis, time series-based forecasting, looking at the historical trend, seasonality, all of that, and trying to predict or you're trying to forecast the next month sales, next quarter sales, or the next 6 months sales. You might also use some advanced algorithms or machine learning to be able to do those predictive analytics. And some use cases are you're trying to forecast revenue or cash flows for the next month, next period that you already saw. You're trying to predict how many customers will churn based on the subscription basis that you're running. Okay, so these are some common examples or use cases of predictive analytics. And finally, your prescriptive analytics is slightly more advanced, where you use your algorithms or your advanced machine learning models. All of this we cover in our AI program in detail. You look at more advanced techniques and you try to figure out all of that data you've looked at in the descriptive, diagnostic, and predictive stages. How do you utilize and leverage all of that to make a prescription or to gain some action items for the business to follow? And some use cases might be based on that particular model. You've figured out a dynamic pricing strategy for maximizing revenue. A lot of airline companies or a lot of hotels, they use this strategy. So they try to make the pricing, even the cabs, they try to make their pricing dynamic based on the demand and supply, or based on certain data that they have observed in their historical experience. You could create a scenario planning, or you could create a scenario based approach for your budget based on certain conditions. Okay, so there also what you're doing is you're trying to prescribe that, okay, in the best case scenario what you should do, in the worst case scenario what you should do, and this is what will the situation look like in your base case scenario. Okay, so these are some different methods. Okay, again, this is not an exhaustive list. These are just some examples that so that you can correlate what work you're doing in your finance and FP&A role, to help you correlate each of these methods and applications with the different stages of analytics, right from descriptive, moving to diagnostic, moving to predictive, and to prescriptive.